Rippity Doodah here for another episode of Hunting the Yellow Monster. It's a Saturday for me, and this is actually going to go up on a Saturday as well. I believe this one's going to be November the 1st. We're getting really close to the end here. Our goal to find the entire yellow monster in packs. Kind of wanted to get it done within the month of October, but we're into November here, but we are so close. We're at 700 out of 720 of the base cards. We're done the stickers, 40 out of 40 there. Looks like we're going to finish off with 7 out of the 12 insert set for the... oh my goodness, the name has just totally gone out of my head. The Black Provisions. And we're at 5 out of 10 on the All-Star insert. Now, I'm sure that people aren't going to be able to read this, but this is, I guess that's coming in there a little bit. There's my terrible handwriting. We have 20 guys left here to find. Basically, we found all of the stars. Drabek, Doug Drabek is a bit of a name there. But then we're missing Scott Scudder, Larry Anderson, Jody Reed, Lenny Harris, Scott Ruskin, Jeff Kunkel, John Russell, Luis Polonia, Bobby Rose, Mike Heath, Joel Skinner, Wes Chamberlain, Pat Combs, Sean Dunston, Juan Bell, Thomas Howard, Lee Guterman, Andy Hawkins, and Jimmy Jones. So 3 Yankees at the end there. That's what we're looking for to finish up here. I've also I made myself a little list here of some of the stars that I'd like to find a nicely centered card to throw into the top loaders. We got, a couple sitting there. Those are our duplicate all-star cards that we pulled. Also have a duplicate Clemens, but it had a ding in it, so I didn't end up putting it in a top loader. Then we've got just a bunch of our stars here and our 2 duplicates in the Provisions. But there's still quite a few guys that I wouldn't mind finding finding another one of their base cards, but nicely centered and throw it into a top loader there. I guess top of the list for me is Tom Glavine, Paul Mulder, Bo Jackson. But we've also got guys like Ozzie Smith and Cal Ripken, Dave Winfield, the crime dog Fred McGriff. I have been using checklists, so I have clean versions for my set itself. So we're still looking for 2 duplicates, and now it's just a principle because I don't really need them anymore. But we're looking for numbers 715 and 719. So we're looking for those last 20 guys. We are looking for an all-star insert would be great. And then, some of these, additional nice looking duplicates for top loaders. So the way I'm going to do the rip today is that we are going to rip until we find at least one of these 20 guys that we need or an all-star insert. And you know what? Well, we'll throw on the duplicate checklist, 15 out of 719. I'm not going to include all of the guys that I'm looking for duplicates for top loaders. Now, if we get lucky and we find one of those hits in the first or second pack, we'll do at least 3. And if we get up to 6, I might be disillusioned enough to stop. I have 15 packs left in this box of the jumbos. We're going to grab our 3 that are going to be the minimum that we're going to rip today. And hopefully we're not going too much by that because that means that we're having terrible luck. But I want to do at least 3. But we're ripping until we find something that we need in this set. And I see a Yankee on the back of this first pack here, but it's Eric Plunk, who we definitely already have. All right, the logo stickers are a little bit less interesting to us. We have no black in there, so no insert. But we got the Texas Rangers, got a nice quad one there with the Braves on it. Another quad. And the Oakland Athletics, it took us a long time to find the Athletics. So you know what? I might actually need that for like a duplicate set. All right. So Jeff Robinson is not on our list. Sosha, Jody Reed, but we don't need... Jerry Reed. Jody Reed is the one that we need. We got a Dykstra. We're going to check. It is the error card with Lenny on the back and Len on the front. Randy O'Neal. You see, this is why I did the list, because I would have looked at that card and said that I need it. Pretty big dings in these two cards here too. You can see that. But yeah, I finally made the list to just, it was short enough to go through and make it quickly, but also to just get myself to stop being like, oh, I think I need that. Because once again, that Brown, like Keith Brown, the Pete O'Brien, like those looked kind of new to me. But they are not. Hanson's not. On Hayes, Donnie Hill. We're going to flip through a little bit quickly here. Oh, Tim Wallach, that's fun. Espinosa. Yeah, we're coming up empty, which is, of course, very likely. There's a nice Gwynn. Actually, it's a little bit off-center, but I already have a really nice one in a top loader of him anyway. Greenwell. Ellis Burks, Greg Gagne, DeJesus. There's another Devo, but no, a little bit off-centered there. Joe Oliver is not on the list. See, I just made the list before this this video. So Ruskin is the Expo we're looking for. Eisenreich is a name I would have recognized. All right, we came up total offer on that one, and maybe it's all right because let me see if I can get that to focus. We got some dings. These ones didn't do too well, but that's perfectly fine. Just for the record, the list of the as I'll set up my little stand here, we'll be positive and think that we need the think that we need the stand. Maybe that'll get us warmed up here. The cards that I'm looking for top loaders, I've got Glavin, Molitor, Bo Jackson, Smoltz, Yount, Ozzie Smith, Cal Ripken Jr., Maddox, Sandberg, Fielder, Winfield, Dennis Martinez, and Fred McGriff as cards that I would look for in the top loader. I'm not looking to complete that. Just as we're ripping these last packs out of this box here, those will be guys that I'll be keeping an eye out for. Okay, so we're coming up empty on the black again. Yeah, there's some a little bit of schmutz. I don't know what you would say there. Braves, hey, we got the Tigers and the Brewers here. I love that old Tigers logo. Oh, we got the Expos. Maybe that'll be a good sign for us. Gotta love those Expos. All right, we're starting out with Harold Reynolds, Bobby Witt Sr. Oh, you know what? I set up this stand now, and I'm bumping it. Hewson, Eddie Williams. Oh, we got Jamie Moyer. I like Jamie Moyer. McGreen, you see, once again, this is why I made this list, because McGreen is one. Oh, there we go. There's Larry Anderson. There is one of the 20 that we're looking for. So that's that's our hit, but we will keep ripping the one more pack. John Orton is not on the list, is he? No. Oh, there's a nice Bonilla Larkin. Like that. I might put that in the top loader. We got Luis Gonzalez, which, if I'm remembering correctly, I think that's his rookie. Like, he's the only notable rookie in this in that set. So we got Luis Gonzalez. Hey, 719. This is the checklist. One of the checklists that we needed. So we'll throw that on there. Is Ron Kittle one of the guys we need? No, he is not. But okay, cool. So we grabbed one of those checklists that we were looking for too. This is a first. I haven't seen them flipped the opposite direction like that. Okay, got Carlos Hernandez, Matt Williams. Hey, there's Luis Polonia. There's two that we need. Rick Russell. No, he's not on the list. There's a Riskin, there's a Russell, but there's not a Ruskell. Bobby Rose, that's a guy that we need. Okay, so that's 3 in this pack. So we just got to get in the right spot of the collation. There's a John Franco, a little off center though. So Todd Stottlemyre, got Candiotti, Scott Sanderson. No, we need a Scott Scudder, not Scott Sanderson. Jeff Treadway. We haven't pulled too many of him. There's Dave Martinez, not the Dennis we're looking for. Jose Rijo. RJ Reynolds. RJ Reynolds, no. I'd remember a guy that the initial first name if we needed him. Horn, Dave Smith. See, I got to be more I have to be careful when I'm doing it this way because I'm not going to be putting these all in order and then slowly flipping through and checking every card. Come on, focus for me again. There we go. Really didn't like that Jim Acker. All right, so we got three hits that we need for our base set, which is big. Oh, it's totally out of the frame there. And then we also got that Bonilla and the Larkin, and I'll have to immediately put it out of frame. Doing a great job with the cinematography here. Oh, and look at this. In our last pack here, we have an all-star card. So we have 5 of the 10. We've got Griffey, we've got Sandberg, we've got Will Clark, Griffey, Sandberg, Will Clark, Roger Clemens, and Fielder, Cecil Fielder. So we'll be looking for anybody other than those. Of course, if I were to get a nice looking Fielder, I could always put it in the top loader as well. But I don't think we're going to get too many more hits on the All-Star cards. So we gotta, we want to get someone new. Okay, Tim Belcher is not one that we need. I really don't recognize that card though. Ripping so many of these in such a short period of time. Jimmy Jones, there we go. Jimmy Jones is one that we needed. Thurman, Jeff Kunkel. Kunkel is one that we needed. There we go. Gallagher is not. Thomas Howard, Dickie Thong. Hey, there's Jim Gantner. Mitch Webster is not on our list. Mark Carrion, Randy Kutcher, Glenn Allen Hill. There's a Carlos Viagra. Like that, a little bit off, but that's fine. I'd really love to find a bow. Ooh, there's something sticking out here. Franco and Thigpen, you know that? Once again, this could be a top loader one, or I think the one that we have in our base set's actually pretty horrifically centered. So that's a nice looking card. That one could get back in there. This guy, Dave Anderson. No, we needed a Larry Anderson, which we already pulled. Wally Joyner, Kevin Gross. Hey, Lee Guterman, there we go. That's another of those Yankee cards that we needed. It's just, I'm not a fan of the Yankees, but it was just so weird to me, weirdly notable that they had 3 that were missing. Juan Bell, there we go, pulling another one. So funnily enough, like I said at the very beginning of this series, I've only ever finished one set in my life, and it was as a kid going to the corner store, and it was I grew up in Canada, so it was one of the O-Pee-Chee sets. I want to say it was 1990, one of the small ones, and it was that one had some like really major collation issues where you could open a pack and immediately know every card in it. But one of the last ones that I needed was Juan Bell. So it's just a really fun parallel for me that one of the last guys I'm chasing in this set is once again Juan Bell. We got John Kruk, we got Pedro Munoz, which is not somebody that we need. Hey, there's a nice Dan Plesac. Gotta like Dan Plesac. Nice Sandy Alomar Jr. too. A Hojo. Tom Brunansky, he's not on the list. No, he's not on the list. Jody Reed, I think, is the last Red Sox we're looking for. Doug Jones, Ron Hassey. Hey, Mike Stanton. Alex Hernandez. Oh, there's a nice rock. Tim Raines wasn't on my list, but that one's a definite add to a top loader. I just flipped through quickly when I was making my list of guys that could be top loader material, just really quickly, just looking for the names there, and I just totally went by Rock Raines. All right, let's rearrange this so that we can get the top, the All-Star card last. Got a little bit of a spoiler. There's an oil can Boyd coming up. Okay, we got Morandini, Finley, Jeff Brantley. Why does that sound like a name? It's because we've got a Jeff Kunkel that we need. So Jeff Brantley's not doing anything for us, but that's fine. There's a Rob Dibble, Bob Patterson, Oil Can Boyd. Sorry for the spoiler. Todd Benzinger. It's weird. This is another card where I would have been like, yeah, we definitely need that. All right, so here we go. We're down to the last. All right, let's line this up. I want to go this direction. Yeah, looking at so let's just confirm. Doesn't look like, oh, this looks like it's Sandberg. It's Sandberg again. Oh, rest in peace, Rhino. But that's our third. This is our third Sandberg All-Star card. So, bit of a disappointment because we're trying to finish this this set. But never complain about a player that good. Nice looking card. We'll throw that. We'll throw that up here. So a nice little rip that we did. Did we end up with 7? So we got Sandberg and Franco and Thigpen, along with the Larkin Bonilla and the Tim Raines. That's a really nice looking card. That one I'm really looking forward to throwing into a top loader. But in terms of what we needed for our base set, that's 1 Bell, 2 Guterman, 3 Kunkel, 4 Jimmy Jones, 5 Rose, 6 Polonia, 7 Larry Anderson. So we are down to a lucky 13. Oh yeah, and another clutch pull for us is that we got this. We finally got a duplicate of checklist number 719. So once again, I don't need to be using these anymore now that I got the little list. But this was going to be a fun part of the process for me, so I'm definitely going to get that some use as well. So in these set ones, I mean, the bell is a little bit off in its centering and this, that, and the other one, but the other ones are all, the rose maybe a little bit too. The other ones are all looking pretty decent there, and I'm going to be happy to throw those into the collection. All right, a little bit longer of a video today as we went through all this and got ourselves all set up. But if you made it this far, thanks for watching. We're getting close to the end here. I'm guessing, I'm hoping that I'm going to do a very similar rip tomorrow. Minimum of 3, but same parameters, just ripping until we get till we get at least one of the things that we're looking for. But if you made it this far, I appreciate you. I hope you're still having fun watching this, and I hope you're having as much fun as I am, because this has been a nice little experience. I'm starting to get into the headspace that I know I need to pick what I want my next little series to be. I don't know if I'll rip another set or if I'll get a box of something. I have some stuff I already shot of some more contemporary, like recent cards. I've got a couple of the Topps Chrome that everybody hated this year. I have those. I have a couple of those shot and some stuff that I picked up in like a CVS or something. But I do want to do some sort of a series that's a little bit more substantial. But that's a thought for another day. For now, thanks for being with me, and I hope that you'll be with me on the next one. Have a good one.